Jungkook BTS and Puth reunite after Left and Right. A sign of a new project? The unexpected reunion between Jungkook BTS and Puth has recently shaken the global music community. Is this meeting merely a warm reunion of two major musicians, or a strong sign of a new collaboration ready to dominate international music charts? The fact that these two big names were seen together again has triggered a wave of wide speculation, not only among fans but also within the global entertainment industry. When two figures who previously achieved great success through Left and Right start signaling renewed involvement, the world wonders, what is happening behind the scenes? One thing cannot be denied. Their collaboration in 2022 created a major breakthrough. The song Left and Right not only united two voices with vastly different tones, but also brought together two pop cultures, South Korea and the United States, in an unusual yet extraordinarily successful harmony. The song broke into various major charts, including the Billboard Hot 100, and recorded billions of streams across platforms. So it's only natural that their reappearance together, even in just one photo frame or short video, immediately sparked an explosion of discussion on social media. Industry insiders reveal that this recent meeting did not occur by chance. A closed-door session reportedly took place in a major Los Angeles recording studio, only a few weeks after Jungkook released his solo project. The presence of Puth, known for being a perfectionist in selecting collaborators, adds another layer of curiosity. Could they be developing a new concept that surpasses Left and Right? The fact that neither party has released any official statement further amplifies the possibility that this project is indeed being kept secret for maximum impact upon release. The current state of the music industry also strengthens this speculation. Amid increasingly fierce competition, global musicians are racing to deliver cross-genre and cross-cultural works. Cross-country collaborations are no longer just a trend, but a long-term strategy to expand markets. In this context, the return of Jungkook and Puth to the same room is a strategic moment too precise to ignore. Moreover, both have shown solid musical chemistry and mutually reinforcing fanbases on a global scale. Jungkook, as a BTS member, is known for his strong interest in music production and complex vocal exploration. On the other hand, Puth is a composer and producer skilled at creating pop melodies with high emotional touch and strong production structure. When these two characters meet again, the public can't help but imagine that the result might far exceed their previous collaboration, perhaps in the form of a joint mini-album, an international film soundtrack, or even a global live performance project. The deliberate silence from the related agencies also creates more room for speculation. Big Hit Music, as Jungkook's agency, and Puth's management have not released any statements. In modern music industry, the absence of confirmation often becomes an effective form of covert communication. This strategy is often used to create a more explosive launch momentum. Considering the impact of Left and Right on both their global reputations, it makes perfect sense if the follow-up project is kept tightly under wraps until the right moment. One interesting aspect of this potential collaboration is the possible shift in musical style. If Left and Right emphasized a playful and experimental vibe, many speculate that the next project could take on a deeper and more reflective tone. Jungkook, through his recent solo release, has shown a more mature artistic side, while Puth is also entering a more serious and technical career phase. Their combination in this context could produce work that not only pleases the ears but also touches deeper emotional and narrative dimensions. The presence of fans as a driving force also cannot be overlooked. ARMY and Puth's fans are among the most active and vocal communities in supporting their idols' collaborations. Across digital platforms, demands for a reunion collaboration have flooded comments, hashtags, and fan art. This kind of public pressure often becomes a major consideration in artistic decisions, especially in an era where netizen opinion can influence managerial strategies. The question now is this meeting a direct response to fans' demands? Many music analysts see this moment as a strategic opportunity to create a new wave in both K-pop and Western pop industries. When these two mainstreams unite more deeply and purposefully, the impact could shift the structural dominance of the global digital music market. Especially if the project manages to combine bilingual lyrical uniqueness, creative visuals in the music video, and a multi-platform distribution approach, including YouTube, TikTok, and Spotify. However, amidst public enthusiasm, there are also skeptics. Some pop culture critics argue that meetings like this do not necessarily mean a real project. The entertainment world has often witnessed various teases and symbolic meetings that end without follow-up. Therefore, the public is urged to wait for official statements, even though speculation continues to grow. In a strategy-driven industry climate, even a simple joint photo post can be designed to create a certain impression. Even so, the narrative and symbolic power of this reunion should not be underestimated. The world is now in a waiting position, not just because people want to know what's coming, but because hopes for the quality and impact of this collaboration are so high. In the near future, will the world witness the return of these two icons in a work that shakes the global music industry for the second time? If so, then this meeting is not a mere coincidence. It is a sign, and every sign carries meaning. Amid the endless barrage of digital information, the issue of Jungkook BTS and Charlie Puth's reunion has become one of the most viral topics across social media platforms. Yet behind the euphoria and excitement, important questions arise that deserve deeper and more rational reflection. Did this event really happen as described? Or are we witnessing a narrative construction deliberately shaped for other interests, be it marketing strategy, issue diversion, or even a form of manufactured popularity? It is known that initial information regarding the two musicians' meeting came from unofficial media sources, such as TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and amateur video clips on Twitter. These sources indeed have great influence in shaping public opinion, but how credible is the information they provide? Shouldn't we ask, is this an objective fact or merely fragments of perception manipulated to appear convincing? Upon closer examination, most of the evidence of the meeting consists of blurry photos, extremely short clips, or vague comments from anonymous accounts. There is no confirmation from official agencies, either from Big Hit Music or Charlie Puth's management. No statements from official spokespeople, nor any verifiable press releases. Here, the public is in a space highly vulnerable to free interpretation, and this gap is often exploited to shape narratives that can steer mass opinion. The question then becomes, why is news like this so easily believed? One answer is that this issue contains two powerful elements: fans' emotional expectations and the previously proven successful collaboration. Both create the illusion that if left and right yielded extraordinary results, then every reunion must mean the same, though reality is not always that simple. Are we, as consumers of information, becoming victims of our own hopes? It is also important to question the motivations behind the spread of this issue. Many social media accounts benefit from increased traffic, interaction, and algorithm reach by highlighting topics like this. So, is it possible that the dissemination of this news is not intended to convey truth, but merely to generate buzz? If so, we must ask, who truly benefits from the viral spread of this issue? And what is the impact on our perception of the entertainment world that is supposed to be objective and professional? On the other hand, we must also consider the possibility that there is indeed behind-the-scenes communication or interaction not yet disclosed to the public. The global music industry today tends to be secretive in releasing strategic information. Many projects are kept secret until launch to maintain surprise and exclusivity. So if a follow-up collaboration is indeed being developed, could this secretive strategy be the industry's new way of manipulating emotion and public anticipation? However, all of this returns to one thing: we don't know for sure. We can only rely on fragments of information scattered across social media, which unfortunately cannot always be validated or verified. Therefore, one very important reflective question arises. In today's information era, can we still distinguish between reality and illusion, fact and speculation, truth and digital fabrication? In this context, we invite all viewers, readers, and fans to pause and think. Why are we so easily swept away by enthusiasm without first verifying? Is this a reflection of an impatient information consumption culture? Or do we simply prefer believing something we want to hear, rather than seeking facts that are not always pleasant? More than that, we must also ask ourselves, has social media become a space for systematically reproducing false information? If so, who is responsible for correcting it? Digital platforms, media, celebrities, or us as viewers? In issues related to public figures like Jungkook and Charlie Puth, the impact of spreading unverified information can be enormous. Thank you for watching.